This is a basic tutorial for Mordor 3. It is an online RPG, which is a mixture between the old tile-based games and more of a new style idle game. The movement in the game starts out, you can actually click on the map. So if you're using this for a phone, that might be very helpful. You can also use the WASD keys to move around. One of the first things that you want to do in the game is come here to the guild hall and start with picking out one of your classes. All these classes will be maintained with their levels. You can just switch back and forth and interchange them. So if I want to be a paladin or a knight, I can just select that here and then exit and then go about my way. When you click on search, that's going to bring up battles and certain events that occur with the maps that you're on. So this is some of the basic kind of idle-based combat. It shows that I have no pet right now. So this is the pet list that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and summon one of those so it will fight for me in combat as well. The pets you'll get after you reach the tier 3 mobs. Up here in the stat panel, you can see kind of what's going on with my stats. These kind of the hover menu here shows kind of what these do. And this is basically the map that I'm on and the tier. So I'm just fighting very basic mobs. Now it's going to run through all the autos here. So I'm on 40 because I have quite a few. So I'm going to click on search again while I'm in the middle of combat. And now it's switching that back to 1 so I can quickly get out of these sequence of battles. One thing that's helpful for that, if you want to move around, this is on right now. It means that I'm going to go through all of the autos that I have. I'm going to turn it to off, so when I do come across a battle, it's only going to come up with 1. One of the things you can do in the start of the game here is a couple maps down. We'll get to the mine, and when you want to cross from map to map, just move south from this direction or any of the edges of the map, and it'll automatically put you onto the next map. So this is one of the mines. So here it's only showing 1 battle. There are events as well that come up, not just battles, but that's what you'll most likely get. So here you can begin mining. This is to gain metals, and here it's showing I have a quest that has some extra stones and stuff that I'm collecting as well. But the main point of metal is to get materials, which you can use in the upgrades. So in the upgrades section, you can do your weapon, which will use resources like metal, and then you have things like your pet upgrades, which mainly use gold and also energy crystals here. So all you have to do is click on these and it will upgrade them. If these are shown in blue, that means that you have enough resources. If it shows red, you do not. And when you hover over it, it's yellow. Once you click, that upgrade is done. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Oversize was 4. And the cost has increased a little bit, but I've gained a little bit more in the pet stats here. So I'm going to use teleport, which is going to go back to the guild hall. You can do that from just about anywhere. And that's going to set me right back here to the main section. There's a lot of hidden little things in the game. Like right here after this battle, we'll take a quick look at one here. So if I push into this cactus here and do a search, I can find there's actually some hidden stuff in there. There are places kind of like the old school tile-based games where there's certain tiles you can move over which don't look like you could. So there's a lot of hidden things to go out and find in the game. And I'm going to show you another one here, which is one of the champion battles. So this is kind of another hidden little area. These respawn about every 15 minutes. And the ones in red here are more champion based. They're more likely to drop the black diamonds, which are the cash shop currency, which you can see here, a little explanation of it. And then when you go to the Emporium, you can use these. They're similar to using the upgrades here. So I'll do a quick tour of where that's at. So in the beginning too, the combat will be a little bit slower than this because your starting stats are going to be a little slow. Here's one of the examples. It's just a quick vortex. After this, I gain 30% to all my stats for a few battles after this. So that's why they're in blue right now, showing that they're enhanced. And then over to the side here is the Emporium. So there's a bunch of different things that you can do here through all these of different skills, stat upgrades and stuff. These kind of boost your character just like the pet upgrades. Learning does a bonus to EXP, to your pet, and the extension here is additional autos, so you can increase the amount of autos. Some of these are incremental cost, like this will keep going up, as opposed to learning, it's going to be 12 every time. So I'm going to show you one more feature here on the kind of the main starting point of some of the things that you want to do as you gain a few levels. So we're going to head up to the temple. So I'm just kind of zooming through the maps real quick here just to get over to it. And there's one more thing on the way. I'm just going to show you just as an example. So this is kind of the old Zelda style puzzles where you kind of push stuff to the side here, open up a passageway that goes down below. There's some more stuff down there. But just to give you an idea of kind of how some of the mechanics work. There's also hidden things on a lot of the maps. Like right now, there's nothing in this square. This is one of the first bosses in the game. When it spawns, there'll be a global message, which will be over here. And it'll let you know. There's not too many players online right now. It's a little late, and we're just kind of getting a few together right now to test things out and play a little bit. But this is how the chat works. You can type messages here just openly to anyone. If you click on someone's name on here, you're going to see this @ sign. That's not actually a private message. That's just kind of directing it toward that person. So if you want to do a private message to them, go ahead and click on their name up here at the top. And then this is a private chat. You can also open up a private chat window with that player, which is kind of a private chat session between just you and them, which is an ongoing in the menu here. And you can also type in the command for it. So you can whisper over to a player, put in their name and the basic text for it. So back to the temple here. The temple, these are a bunch of boosts that are community boosts. So everybody donates together to this temple, and anytime that these level up, everybody gets the boost. So the autos here, being level 13, means that everybody gets an additional 13 autos. It's going to take 37,000 souls because we've upgraded it quite a few times. And each one has their own various costs for what it is and what it does. If you hover over these, it will give you an explanation of what each one does. And the souls up here in the panel, every time you kill 50 mobs, you'll gain 1 soul. It doesn't matter how strong they are. It just keeps an equal balance for all players of gathering that. So together, you can kind of go in here and decide what things you want to push for. So I have almost 7,000. I could push, make this down to about 30,000, or I could just do some of these, which would actually have enough to do the energy flow on my own. Energy flow increases one of the buffs and how long it lasts. So that's pretty much it for the basic tutorial. There'll be some more and some updates. The updates in the game, if you click on the list and you hover here, you can get kind of an idea of the full stuff about what's going on. There's been quite a bit of activity each month on what's going on. And you can also message me or email to mordor3@gmail.com with any questions and comments on it. And good luck to you in game. I hope you give it a try and see if you like it.